You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. Riki Raceway, the home of the Jello Cup Series Championship 4, here this season. And we are going to get things started by doing the Riki Raceway heats for the first time ever in Jello Cup Series history. Hello guys, I'm Brian here. Welcome to our coverage of the Riki Raceway heats leading into Rogers Championship Race weekend. Of course, a lot of storylines to get to. The Championship 4, of course, on Saturday night. We're here on a Thursday night, though, to set the grid for the race, and here is how we will do so as we take a look at the heat and all the procedures that we will be going through. Of course, the heat lineups, they will be determined by 3 tiers. Of course, tier 1 being the Cup Championship 4 average finish. Much like Daytona with the Daytona duels, every other driver, positions 1, 3, they're in heat 1, 2, 4 are in heat 2. You will see that when we get going. Of course, then, Tier 2, points positions 5 through 33 will be based on their average finish. And then, of course, Tier 3, outside of the top 33, that includes our part-timers, it'll be based on the current series points standings. The top goer, go-homer from each heat will advance into the main event. And then the others that do not advance, they will be racing tomorrow afternoon in the LCQ, which, of course, the top 5 will advance in that to make up positions 36 through 40. The top 5 in each heat will battle in the top 10 shootout tomorrow, and that will be for the pole, where Heat 1 will determine the inside row, Heat 2 will determine the outside row. Keep in mind, this whole weekend, or these next few days, rather, unlimited overtime attempts will be in place. And then the biggest thing to keep in mind, anybody that crashes out in any of these races will go to the rear in the main event. That includes if anybody has serious enough damage to not be able to continue. So please, or to at least not meet minimum speed. So please keep that in mind as we get going here for the beginning of Championship 4 race weekend. The first of its kind, really, is how we're doing it. Again, we've never seen something like this. This will be wild, to say the least, and we can't wait to bring it to you here right now. Without further delay, let's go down to the field. We'll get the starting lineup, and then we'll take the green flag here at Riki for heat number 1 in just a moment. Here we go. Welcome back. The starting lineup will be on the left-hand side of your screen as we get going here in the first heat race at Riki Raceway ever, in a championship race as well. I don't think we've ever done heat races, but this is the first of its kind, and it will stay if we continue. Ryan Durrani, Zach Fitzwater, they lead us through turn 4. 2 of the Championship 4 drivers. Pace car is off. No points at stake here today, just track position for Saturday's race. As it'll be Ryan Durrani, Zach Fitzwater. The green flag is out. We're underway at Riki. Fitzwater goes high. He's going to lose some positions here. Keep in mind, these guys, they got to be top 5 if they want to battle for the pole tomorrow. You see here speeds reaching in excess of 204 miles an hour. As Ryan Durrani will lead the opening lap. Here goes the 17 Alley Rain. She'll take the race lead with Nathan Faden, your Martinsville winner, right behind. Here's Jessica Strauss in the number 41, trying to make something happen. As of now, it looks like Daniel Voiles is the go-or-go-homer that is in position to transfer in. Kyler Anderson now in front of the pack. Keith Stevens now clears for second. Here comes the 16 of Tyler Faden. Excuse me. Tyler Faden, keep in mind, the worst average finish of all the 33 in the top 33 that are locked into this race. He, of course, wants to change his misfortune and battle for the pole tomorrow. Daniel Voiles, he's back there in the 5th spot. Well, now the 4th spot. Keep in mind, though, with Aubrey Scott in that 5th spot, if there are 2 go-or-go-homers in that position, or in the top 5, then the next car that's inside the top 33 would battle for the pole tomorrow. So right there, that lap, Tony Green would be the one battling for the pole tomorrow, while Aubrey Scott is in the LCQ. And right behind, they're jostling for positions as we get to the halfway mark of the race here at Riki. Of the heat here at Riki, rather. Again, tomorrow afternoon around 4 o'clock, we will see these Cup cars do their LCQ first, and then we will see the battle for the pole. Both races, again, 4 p.m. Eastern here tomorrow. Heat number 2 will come up right after this, so you will want to stay tuned. And you see the part-timers have found their way to the front. That's the 44 of Parker Smith, who is currently in the transfer position. But Mitchell Hodak back there trying to get it. Brian James is also back there. Again, the top finishing go-or-go-homer is the only one that transfers in to the main event on Saturday. And the other thing to keep in mind is if that go-or-go-homer finishes top 5, that go-or-go-homer will battle for the pole tomorrow. And here goes Parker Smith looking for the lead. He's going to take it away. Scott Upton back there, so is Zach Fitzwater. Again, we got 3 laps to go. Parker Smith in the transfer position and leading the race. But here goes Scott Upton. And Scott Upton to the race lead. As we come this time to 2 laps of racing to go. Here in heat number 1. Right now it's Mitchell Hodak that is in the transfer position in the number 24. But Parker Smith looking to battle back. He's not willing to give up just yet. And you see there, he's going to go to the inside and he's going to take the position back. As we come this time to the white flag here in heat number 1. Scott Upton leads Jessica Kinghart in second. And now Parker Smith to the outside. Nowhere to go. That's going to open the door for Mitchell Hodak. Maybe. Again, these top 5 trying to stay the same as they will battle for the pole tomorrow. Here goes Mitchell Hodak for the 5th spot and the only transfer spot out of 4. Scott Upton leads. Will anyone try to maneuver around him? No. Scott Upton wins Heat 1. And even more importantly, Mitchell Hodak just locked himself in to Saturday night's race. So congratulations to Mitchell Hodak. He will race on Saturday and will not have to race in the LCQ, nor, well, he will get to race for the pole as well, rather. So we'll see him tomorrow when these guys battle for the pole, but he will avoid the LCQ, unlike his teammate. Let's take a look at the full results here from Riki. Of course, Scott Upton, congratulations, he wins the first heat. Tyler Anderson in second. Zach Fitzwater finishes in third. Jessica Kinghart fourth. Mitchell Hodak rounds out your top 5. And again, he has locked himself in to Saturday's race. Unfortunately, Parker Smith has not. We will see him in the LCQ tomorrow afternoon. Carter Joey 7th, Allie Rain 8th, Tim Randolph 9th, and Daniel Voiles, another one that will have to battle in the LCQ, rounds out your top 10. We want to thank you for being here for heat number 1. Stay tuned. Heat number 2, we'll be right back with that in just a moment. Here we go. We're getting ready for heat number 2 here at Riki Raceway. The starting lineup is on the left-hand side of your screen. Of course, we watched a thriller in heat number 1. Congratulations to Mitchell Hodak. He is the first driver to lock himself in. Of course, now one other driver in this heat will try to do the same thing. Then, of course, 5 drivers in this race will try to put themselves in a position to battle for the pole tomorrow afternoon. And of course, again, will be 4 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube, with the LCQ being the first race. Pace car is off. Reggie Fogelman, Dylan Young, 2 of the other 2 Championship 4 drivers. They will lead us into the restart zone. And we're underway at Riki. Three wide for the lead, entering 3. And Joey Trickle, the former 500 winner, will come out with the race lead. Dan Hummel up to second. He's won a championship here before, if I'm not mistaken. He'll look to do the same here today. Currently, Samet Ozkan holds on to that transfer position. Reggie Fogelman trying to battle back for second, but again, all he has to do is stay top 5, and he will be in the battle for the pole tomorrow. Same with Dylan Young. And you see right now both of them in, along with Trickle, Hummel, and Sewell that time by. Here comes Dan Hummel. Dylan Young knows Sewell on the bottom, trying to make up some ground here. Now Sewell looks to the inside as we complete lap number 3. And you see just how spread out they are. Of course, again, Samet Ozkan currently in that transfer spot. He's put together quite a second half of the season and has put himself in a position here to make the final race. But he's got Bafode Sacco right behind in that number 54. This will be a battle to watch, as of course Steve Morgan is also back there. Another strong go-homer in the field here. 3 wide for the lead. Dylan Young now out in front of the pack. Here comes the 78, Ryan Kinghart. We haven't talked much about that 78 all season long. And now he's up here trying to battle as we reach the halfway point in heat number 2 tonight. Samet Ozkan looks low. Here we go, door to door, 3 wide. And Samet will go to the race lead. Reggie Fogelman hanging tough on that bottom lane as well. He could be battling for the pole tomorrow with his teammate. As Bafode Sacco now to the race lead and the transfer spot. Four to go in heat number 2. Now here comes the 55, Nicholas Joweit on the bottom lane. With help from Alexander Rowe. But right now it's a breakaway between Bafode Sacco and Reggie Fogelman, who's looking strong so far here in the beginning of this race. Three to go. Here comes Dave James now on the bottom, trying to get something going. And they've got to get something going here if they want to catch Reggie Fogelman and Bafode Sacco out in front of this pack. Bafode Sacco, though, looks safely in at this point. As we come to 2 to go, this time at the line. Here comes Pretty Shaw in the number 1. Again, Pretty Shaw looking to put herself into the race tomorrow. We come to the white flag this time. There's your top 5. Dave James, even though he's outside of it, would battle for the pole tomorrow, as we got 1 lap of racing to go here in duel number 2. Or heat number 2, rather. Keep saying duel. Same thing. Here we go. Fogelman to the race lead. Pretty Shaw and Bafode Sacco pushed up high. Here comes Dick Clark. Joey Trickle on the bottom, trying to make something happen. And he will take the race lead going into 3 and 4. Will anybody be able to pass here? Coming out of the final corner, Joey Trickle will win heat number 2. Austin Shaw, no. Pretty Shaw did not make it back around the 54, and Bafode Sacco will lock himself in to Saturday's race and battle for the pole. Congratulations to Befode Sacco. And congratulations to Joey Trickle. It's Joey Trickle, Nate Ratchery, Dave James, Reggie Fogelman, Befode Sacco. They will battle for the pole tomorrow. Pretty Shaw, unfortunately, will battle in the LCQ tomorrow. Austin Shaw finishes in 7th, Noah Sewell in 8th, Ryan Kinghart in 9th. Dan Hummel rounds out your top 10. And as you take a look at the rest of your results, we thank you for watching tonight's heat races. We hope you enjoyed them. And we will be back tomorrow for the LCQ and the top 10 shootout. We hope to see you then. Until then, goodbye, everyone.